channel. I've been pretty quiet on here lately. I've been just going through a lot, really, and I haven't been writing much. I've just kind of been in a fountain pen block, which is probably timely because I've seen some people are actually putting out some fountain pen burnout videos. But something I have been doing is a lot of creative journaling, and this is what I call creative journaling, just creating spreads. And I know that I'd shown you this notebook, I think, across 2 videos, and this notebook probably took me close to a year to do because it was something I really just did every now and then. But safe to say, I've been busy. So we'll see how long this video lasts, whether I do it across 2 videos or not, because I've also got some kind of different storage for my washi tape and stickers. So I might kind of do 2 and then another video with those. I know most people come here for fountain pen videos, but this has been something that's still creative and I'm really enjoying, and I just wanted to share it with you. So I had done it in the A6 first, and then I wanted to use some of the notebooks I already had. This was just a Traveller's notebook. I think it's a dot grid. Yep. The Traveller's Company dot grid. And I cut it in half to create 2 squares. This one I got cut at Officeworks, actually. It cost me $1. This is another, this is a Midori notebook that my mum actually brought back from Japan for me, and I tried to cut that one myself. Not as clean, but I still think I did a pretty good job. So this is, I decided to do 2 things with this one. This one's not finished, and I have a little booklet of poems, and so that's what's in this notebook here. And I've just kind of themed it to, well, I might as well start with this one then, hey? See if I can zoom in. It's also really crappy weather today, so I have the overhead light on, so it might be a little bit shadowy, so apologies that it's not just natural light. I've still been doing a little kind of washi dashboard at the start and end of this. I did start this one back to front by accident and decided to just keep it. So I've just I would go through my little poem of books and choose one that spoke to me. Sometimes it would just be one per page, and other times I've done it kind of themed across both pages. I've really been enjoying kind of doing these like patterns with washi, which is something I kind of only did at the end of this book, but love it. And that's really what I do now, and sometimes with a little bit of mixed media as well. Some I think have turned out better than others. This, how it was in my head, is not how it is on the page. I actually don't like it as much, but I'm trying really hard as well to not rip out pages, not, take things off, to just try and keep them as what the expression was in the moment. I'm finding this process, I love that washi tape. It's like waves. Finding this process, it's kind of like what ink swatching is or was, because I don't know why I'm just like frozen against anything fountain pen and fountain pen ink related at the moment. And maybe it's because I film when I ink swatch and I just haven't been in the headspace to film. I think that's probably what it is, whereas this is something I just do at night, and I find it really, really calming and meditative. You can tell I kind of like these washi tapes here. This is one that, again, it's not how I thought it was gonna be, but I tried my best. I'm thinking of how to explain kind of why I'm drawn to doing this so much. When people talk about anxiety and they talk about fight or flight, and over time they've actually added 2 more. They've added freeze and fawn. I am definitely a freezer. Not so much in that I can't leave the house, or I'm literally stuck in the middle of the road. 3rd time's a charm. But just in terms of my day-to-day, in what I call, and this is my sister's word, life admin. Of course, I'm going to do stuff for my kids and cook dinner. So that's the end of that one. I'm about halfway through of the poetry one, and I'm going to try really hard that this is just going to be poetry, that one. I'm still living life and working and all of that, but I'm just finding in things that are kind of just for me, or my own life admin that doesn't affect my kids, I just feel frozen. That's just how I'm describing it. I'm not really socializing much unless it's for my kids. That's just the stage or the reflection of what my life is at the moment. And for me, what goes hand in hand in that is not sleeping very well at all. That's, you can see the mindset I was in when starting this notebook. Some of the pages as well are kind of the spread, are definitely a reflection of how I was feeling in that moment, and other ones are just kind of purely creative or wanting to use a color, for example. I just love this crisscross look. That's, I think, what I'm liking the most at the moment. Oh, there are some swear words, sorry. So yeah, doing this, whether it's for half an hour at night or it is mostly at night, I'm finding is just really calming. It helps me kind of turn off my mind a little bit. And not every day, but then some days it can help me be able to just shut off to get to sleep. I did start this one mainly just doing like one per page, and I'm not entirely sure when, but I definitely shifted at some point, maybe literally this page, to kind of trying to make it themed across. Most of this washi and stickers and everything is I got off AliExpress or Temu. Yeah. Some of it isn't. This one isn't. And as I guess you can see, like that was more around my mood, and then this was me just wanting to use green and be creative. I'm definitely drawn to grids and angular lines and then flowers as well, and I do really like these girl stickers. I actually really like that one too. This set here, these washi stickers are my favourite, and I think I've bought them 3 times off AliExpress and I can't find them again, so that sucks, but that is what it is. This washi tape actually is from Typo, which is an Australian kind of stationery store associated with Cotton On, but that's probably a couple years old now. At the moment, the last couple of weeks, I actually haven't been at work. I've been on carer's leave. My dad had to have major surgery. He hasn't been well. It's been a pretty tough time, so I've just taken some time to help him out, and, he can't drive and things like that. So when he has gone to have a rest, or, my mum doesn't need help just with anything else, or I'm not looking after the kids, sometimes I'll just do this during the day as well. I love that spread, not so much that's kind of tongue-in-cheek, but I just love that crisscross look. And yeah, I'm just finding it really good. So I'm just looking at it now. I've kind of then gone back to like a single page. I'm not entirely sure what I was thinking there. I think overall I do like the double more. I bought these stickers. I really thought I'd like them, but then every time I use them in a spread, I'm actually disappointed with how it looks. I did try and go back to kind of what I was doing early on in here, which is kind of a bit more of that layered look. But this was actually one that I really struggled with and I don't overly like. So I guess I'm maybe finding my vibe of more washi pattern as opposed to layered stickers, weird accent. Yeah. Going through again, I kind of like that one. I'm trying to do, use the washi in different ways and different types of patterns, not just the angular that I don't like. So that to me didn't turn out well, but I just am, as I said, really trying to not rip anything out. That one I kind of like. That I like this. This was like a set of tarot cards off AliExpress, and I'm not into tarot cards at all. I just kind of like the idea of them. I thought they were cute. And then, yeah, some things didn't work out as well. Or obviously trying to not fill pages sometimes and to fill them sometimes, just keep challenging myself. See, that's another one with those, and I don't like it. Almost probably over halfway through this one now. So some nights I'll literally do one, and other nights I can realize that it's gone an hour and a half and I've just been head in this world. I got a couple of I'll show you actually. So a couple of these, and they're like different words. I thought I would absolutely love it. I love language, and I don't know, I actually haven't been as drawn to them as I thought I would be, sorry, but you know, I'm not going to get rid of anything. If I can give some to some people, I will, or I'll just kind of keep using it. But yeah, that's kind of where those come into it. There's another one there, trying to at least use some words that I hadn't heard of before, and then to kind of do a spread associated with it. This was like a pack of 50 like sarcastic stickers that I just kind of liked. I think, as I've said that a few times, the angular is my favorite. That, you know, I don't know, there's something a bit off about that spread for me. It's not exactly how I envisioned it, but it is what it is. And almost at the end of this one, I'm just seeing how long I've been going for, 10 minutes. And that's that book. What I might do is I'm going to do one more. Or maybe I'll just keep going. This can be a chunky one, and then in the next one I'll kind of show you my storage and some other stuff I've been doing. We'll see how I go. Trying to see which one was first. This one. Now this book is always going to have a special place in my heart because I had this stuff in my room. And actually, I don't know if I've said this on a video before or not. So I am living with my parents at the moment. I've been living here since December. I've separated from my partner, and we're just trying to navigate through that. So that happened at the end of last year. And then, yeah, my dad's been sick, and it's all been a lot. It's been a really hectic year, and I've always admired how vulnerable people can be on here, but something I've always struggled with. And then I always go, when people aren't coming to hear about my sob story either. They're coming to look at pens or look at ink, but I guess there are moments where I'm trying to be honest in that as well. Anyway, that preamble is to say I kept this in my room. I'm also very blessed that there's space here for me, and my kids already kind of had a room here, so it's worked really well. And my kids they're so incredible, actually, to be honest. Their resilience through this time has been mind blown, and my relationship with them has never been better, which is incredible. So I had this stuff in my room, and we were reading books before bed, and if my daughter has a nap during the day at daycare, she gets to have special time, which just means she goes to bed a bit later. She dropped her day nap ages ago, but they have rest time at kinder, and sometimes she does fall asleep, and then it can be a bit of a disaster because like she could sleep for 20 minutes and then be up forever. So she knew she was having some special time, and she was looking at my storage and my thing, and she's like, oh, what's that? And I said, well, let's finish reading books and then I'll show you. And anyway, I put my son to bed and I showed her, and she was mesmerized, and she asked if she could do some. I said, absolutely. So I got out some different things for her. And then this is the first spread my daughter's ever done. This was her, you know, she looked through all the washi tape. She told me what lengths she wanted me to rip the washi at. She wanted this one at an angle, and so I told her that I could maybe cut the edge. And she's not even 4, and it's not a thing of, I mean, you could look at this and go, that looks awful, but for me, just being able to see her creative expression was just so incredible. And she asked if she could have her own container, so I've been collecting some washi and some stickers, more stickers to her, you know, like unicorns and stars and dinosaurs. And she has her own little collection now, and I film in my mum has it like the spare room's like an art room, and so she has my daughter has her own little section here, and she's just so drawn to it now. She asks to come in here all the time if she ever has special time. This was probably like 3 weeks ago. This is straight away what she wants to do, and I just liked the idea. I said, let's do it on the back page, because then it means I know exactly where it is, and I just kind of love this notebook ending like that. Anyway, I decided to do something a bit different for the washi dashboard. This time I did it on the paper. And this is the Midori, I think is it the cotton notebook? It's kind of a cream paper. And I really enjoyed using the square size, so I just kept to that. Because I have the room lights on, it is coming across a little bit more yellow, but I'm sure you know what that paper looks like. And so I'll just go through this. I tried to kind of where I can challenge myself with some colours as well. You'll see some repeats of stickers. A lot of the time they come with 2 in them, and I want to use all of them. I don't want anything to go to waste. So you will see that. This is another one that in my head looked super different to how it turned out, but that is what it is. Ooh, something was a bit sticky there. It was a little book of, there's like some just pattern paper like that, and then half of it is like this kind of acetate paper as well. So just trying to, you know, stretch myself in terms of layering, etc. There's those mountain ones again, which I don't know. This I really liked the pattern aspect of it, and I'd never kind of done it on an angle like that, so you'll see that a little bit more. And when I did my next AliExpress order, I went, let's try for a bit of colour, let's push myself here with those. There are those old favourites though. This washi, I don't actually think this is the nicest spread, but look at the kind of gold throughout it. That's actually 2 different washi tapes kind of laid over each other. It's so beautiful. The blues and the navies in there. Whoops. I tried to do something different in the middle there, which I kind of like. That one I really like. You know, to me, this is what I thought in my head, and it came out. I just realized that that's actually sticking out there, but I'll fix that in a second. That is exactly what I thought it would be like in my head, and I love it when that happens. They're 3 different stickers, so just kind of layered them. That's another one I really like. I think I quite like those kind of natural tones at the moment. Can't stand. And I tried it in so many different ways, and then I decided to just leave it, but I don't like that at all. This was me trying to play with different types of layering. It's okay. I think I want to explore layering and doing patterns but different colours a little bit more. I think there's something in that, but it's not exactly executed how I want. And I actually realised I've got a whole other note. Anyway, I thought when I got these, I thought I'd really like the pop of colour. I've actually really struggled to use them. So I think these might be ones I end up, like there's more of them I might give to my daughter because she will love them. I like those little, not acetate, what are they? Is it like pet tape, I think it's called? This is another one that's not on AliExpress. That's also from Typo. It came in a little set of 4, and I haven't been able to find it again. But I really like, and that was the last bit of that one. And we're almost at the end here. And these are just some happy little kiddos that I thought would be nice to end with. Oh no, there's one. Oh no, so silly. And then there's my daughter's one there. And I even like that she wanted the congratulations upside down. Just, you know, the little things. So that's that. So yeah, I guess this one took me a really long time, and then I did those 3 in, let's say 6 months. Actually 4 in 6 months. I might as well just go with this, and then I actually have an idea for another video anyway. So I don't know offhand how many pages these are, but that's okay. I may have done this back to front. I may have actually done this notebook first, just thinking, because I tried cutting it and I didn't like it. I may have done this notebook first, but that's okay. No one will care. You know, that probably is a little bit of a reflection of how I was feeling that night. I have been feeling quite empty, and just an empty cup, you know. And I definitely have moments of joy throughout the day, of course. I am so lucky and so blessed in so many ways, but life's just been tough at the moment. That my daughter is embracing creativity just fills me with so much love. It's so awesome to see and experience as well. I kind of like how that one turned out. My son he just turned 2 and he's starting to get into like colouring. I know he's super creative at daycare, but at home, to be honest, he's just obsessed with cars. And I have an idea, you know, like kind of those old printer, like letterpress boxes, and they had like little compartments. I was actually thinking of like getting one and painting it or decorating it with washi so he could have like a little garage for his cars. So that's a project. I have paint on me at the moment because they had a wooden, like a cardboard cubby house that needed to go in the bin after months, and they wanted a mailbox, so I've been cutting cardboard and painting while my dad's having a rest. This is my second last day of leave. I go back to work on Monday. I have a job interview tomorrow. I actually had a job interview yesterday as well. I think that's been another thing. Work's been really, really hard of late. I've been passed over for some opportunities, even though the feedback has been that I deserve them and I've been doing really well. I did do this notebook first. So it all just feels a bit everything. And what's come along with that is just not writing. I've been trying to get back into reading. I'm reading at the moment Some People Deserve Killing. It's nonfiction about the president of the Philippines and everything that's kind of been going on there over the last few decades, which is really interesting but definitely heavy, and I probably should have chosen a different book. Actually, I wasn't sure about this, but I like how that one turned out as well. That one didn't really like. I don't know what's in there, but it kind of looks like dirt, doesn't it? Don't like how that turned out either. So there you go. I was like, I'll do one, I'll do two, I'll do three, I'll do four. Those 3.5 have been my last few months of creative expression. You know, I try not to be like overly, I think in this hobby, in journaling, in fountain pens, in all of it, you know, there's quite a bit of consumerism, but the spending the little bits of money I have on washi and things like that has been absolutely worth it, because it's really helping my mental health, and then I'm able to now share it with my daughter as well. I had another notebook from like this that I just actually cut down last night. The only thing I realized is that the bottom has a rounded edge and that doesn't, but that'll be okay. That's not sticking properly. I need to redo that. I'm not happy with it. And what I did last night is I just started a spread. What I've done in some of them is some nights I'll do just like the backgrounds, and then if I'm not entirely sure like what I'm wanting to convey, and then the next night or a couple nights later I'll come back and fill it in. But that's the start of that one. I think my favorite may be the dot grid. I like having the guidelines, but the full grid maybe is just feeling a bit too much. But I actually didn't mind the plain, to be honest. I think I was able to get things kind of as straight or as angular as I wanted to. All right, I'll leave it there for now. I've been speaking for almost 25 minutes. I think I said at the beginning, I know that people don't really come here for these types of videos, but I just wanted to share a little bit of what I've been doing lately, and I guess why I've been a bit absent from this channel. What I'll do in my next video is I want to show you some other creative stuff I've been doing, another journal I have, and I'll show you some of the storage of how I'm keeping things. I'll try and release them kind of one after another, so if it's something you're not interested in, just feel free to skip ahead, and I am, as best I can, gearing myself up to be able to start filming fountain pen stuff. It's a different type of talking and expression, and I just haven't had the mental bandwidth for it, but I'm really hoping to get back into it soon. I'm still writing with them, but just not nearly as much as I once was. Hence, you know, I haven't done a currently inked in a little while and things like that, because I still have inked pens. All right, thank you so much, guys, for stopping by and watching. If you've stayed all the way to the end, you're a legend. Yeah, I'll speak to you guys soon. Bye.